So I do believe I have witnessed one miracle while being a hospice nurse, and that was when I saw a patient being admitted onto hospice. It was a late admission, maybe 5 o'clock. She came in from the ambulance and she appeared to be actively dying, which means she definitely, from my view, in my experience, had about hours to live. I thought she definitely would die that night. And I could tell her children were young. They were in their early 20s, and I could tell they did not understand this because they were asking me questions about physical therapy and occupational therapy and rehab and when she gets better. And I was thinking, oh boy, they do not know what's going on. They do not understand that their mother is dying and dying likely tonight. So once I got her comfortable, sorry, my hair is really bothering me. Once I got her comfortable, she was mostly unconscious, but once I could tell that she was comfy, I sat the kids down and made sure they understood, like, hey, listen, your mom is showing me this sign, this sign, this sign. I do believe she will die tonight. And here's why. And of course, I took a very long time to explain this and answer all their questions and be sensitive to understanding that this would likely be a shock to them, since I could tell they didn't know what was happening. They understood. They started calling family to get family over there. I stayed as long as I could, just to make sure they understood how to help their mom throughout the night, which they didn't really have to do much. She looked very comfortable. I just let them know, she will likely die tonight. When she does die, please call the hospice company. A nurse will come out and help you guys. So the next morning I woke up, I checked my phone to see, when she died and what nurse went out there, because I wasn't working on call that night. And I didn't see any emails. So I thought, oh, they must have just forgotten to write the email that she had died. So I called the office and said, like, when did so-and-so die? What happened? And they were like, oh no, we didn't get any calls. I was like, wow, that's strange. That's weird. So I called the family like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, hey, how'd it go last night? What's going on? Thinking maybe she lived through the night, which seemed very surprising to me, because she had changes in breathing. So she was definitely not oxygenating her body. She had changes in skin color. She was fully unconscious. She had no food or water. I mean, there would be no way, in my opinion, that she could have survived or be living still, maybe still actively dying in the morning, but I thought anyway, whatever. So I called to say what happened, what's going on, how's everything going? And they were like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I don't think they understood how close to death she was, because they weren't as surprised as I was. They were like, it's amazing. Mom woke up. She's in the kitchen. She's eating. She said she was hungry. And I tried not to be like totally shocked, because I could tell that they were sort of just like going with it. So I was just like, oh, wow. Okay. I'm still going to make a visit in the morning to see how she's doing and just check her out. And then I was thinking maybe this was the rally where you have a burst of energy and then you die soon after. So I got to the house. She was definitely awake and smiling and laughing and eating. Never seen this before in my life. I wasn't going to say anything to her or the family. I was just sort of like, great, wonderful, wow, like, I'm so happy you're feeling well. And I did try to educate the kids about the burst of energy, and this could mean that she will die soon after. I didn't want to burst their bubble, but I also wanted to make sure they understood that this could be the rally, right? Wrong again. She lived for another 3 months. And she did die on hospice, but she lived a really good 3 months where she was very active with her kids and involved with family and got to say goodbye to everybody. And in my opinion, it was the one time I witnessed a miracle, because I feel like she was on death's door, as they say. She was not conscious. She showed all the signs of, dying very soon, and she didn't die. So we never really talked about what she went through, and if she was okay. She didn't talk about it, but I know that she lived a very happy, comfortable 3 months with her children, and then she died peacefully on hospice. So that's one of my miracle stories. Let me know if you've experienced something like this with one of your family members or friends. Thanks, guys.